Imagine you're a monkey. You just did a hard job, pulled a rock, passed it to a human. Simple task. For that job, you get a piece of cucumber. Not bad. You eat it. You're happy. Then you look over. The monkey next to you did the exact same job, pulled the exact same rock, but she got a grape, not a cucumber. A grape. Sweet, juicy, better. And here's what happens next. You don't just notice. You get angry. You throw the cucumber back at the scientist. You shake the cage. You refuse to work again. This is real. This experiment actually happened. And it raises one question that scientists still argue about today. So today, we're going deep into animal minds, dogs, monkeys, rats, even birds, to find out if fairness is a human invention, or if it's something much, much older than us. But here's where it gets really interesting. This wasn't just one weird monkey having a bad day. Scientists ran similar tests on dogs. Picture this. Two dogs, side by side, both told to shake hands, give their paw. One dog gets a treat every time. The other dog gets nothing at all. At first, the dog with no treat keeps playing along. Good dog, loyal. But after a few rounds, she slows down. She looks away. She stops offering her paw. Not because she's tired. Researchers check that. She stopped because it felt pointless. Unfair. She could see the other dog getting rewarded, and she wasn't. Even more surprising, her stress levels actually went up. Real, physical stress, measured in her body. Think about that. Your dog, the one sleeping next to you right now, might have the exact same reaction if you treated her sibling better. And this pattern doesn't stop at dogs and monkeys either. Do animals know what's fair? Do they understand justice the same way you do? Stick around, because the answer is stranger than you think. But that monkey with the cucumber, she broke that idea completely. Let's talk about rats. Yes, rats. In one experiment, a rat was placed next to another rat that was trapped in a small container, clearly distressed. The free rat had a chocolate treat nearby. A completely selfish option. Eat it, ignore the trapped rat. Done. But that's not what happened. The free rat worked to open the container first, freed the other rat, then shared the chocolate. Every time, researchers ruled out simple explanations. It wasn't about noise, it wasn't about wanting company. The rat seemed driven to fix an unfair, painful situation, even at a cost to itself. If a rat can feel that pull, imagine how deep this instinct might actually go, biologically speaking. Here's the part that changes everything. Crows remember faces. Not just recognize them, remember them, sometimes for years. Scientists in Seattle once wore a specific mask while trapping crows for research, just to study them. Nothing cruel. But the crows didn't forget. Years later, crows would scold that exact mask on sight. Not other masks. That one. And it gets stranger. The crows taught other crows, ones that were never even trapped, to recognize that face too. That's not just memory. That's something closer to a grudge. A sense that something wrong happened, and it should be remembered. You think crows are just birds. You're wrong. Because if an animal can hold on to the memory of being wronged that long, doesn't that mean it understood, on some level, that it was wronged in the first place? That single question is the center of this entire video. Vampire bats actually share blood meals with bats that failed to feed that night. But there's a catch. Bats that never share back get remembered, and eventually get cut off. That's not random kindness. That's an early, biological version of fairness. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and if you don't, you're out. Maybe fairness isn't a human idea we invented. Maybe it's a survival tool nature built a long, long time ago. Here's the question nobody asks enough. Why would nature bother building a sense of fairness into animal brains at all? Turns out, the answer is teamwork. Animals that live in groups, wolves, dolphins, primates, even vampire bats, depend on cooperation to survive. But here's where it gets weird. Elephants have been seen helping other elephants that are stuck, injured, or trapped. Even elephants from completely different herds. No relation. No benefit to themselves. Is that empathy? Is that fairness? Or just instinct? Nobody has a perfect answer yet, but the evidence keeps piling up. Evidence suggests this system rewards cooperation and punishes cheating, which means fairness might not be some noble idea. It might just be one of evolution's oldest survival strategies, dressed up in humans as morality. Now think about your own life for a second. Remember a time someone treated you unfairly. Maybe recently, maybe years ago. That tight feeling in your chest. The anger that doesn't fully go away, even after you tell yourself to let it go. That feeling, the exact same one, might be running through the mind of a dog left out of treats. A monkey handed a cucumber. A rat watching another suffer. You've felt this before. Everyone has. It's easy to think humans are special because we built courts, laws, and justice systems. But maybe those systems didn't come out of nowhere. Maybe we built them because this feeling, this ancient, uncomfortable itch called unfairness, was already wired into us long before we had words for it. Let's go back to that monkey. This experiment was run by a scientist named Frans de Waal, using capuchin monkeys, small, clever primates known for figuring things out fast. Two monkeys, side by side, same task, same effort. One gets cucumber, one gets grapes. Monkeys prefer grapes. They're sweeter, more like candy compared to a vegetable. The monkey getting cucumber can see the other monkey's grape every time, and that's when it breaks down. She stops trading rocks. barks. She throws the food. In some trials, she shakes the enclosure bars, clearly upset. Scientists discovered this wasn't random anger. It only happened when the other monkey got something better for the same amount of work. If both monkeys got cucumber, no problem. Total peace. The unfairness itself was the trigger. Now let's slow down for a second, because there's a big difference between two ideas that sound similar. First order fairness. This means noticing when you get less than someone else. The monkey with the cucumber felt this. Second order fairness. This means caring when someone else gets treated unfairly, even if it doesn't affect you at all. That second one is much harder to prove. Humans do this constantly. You feel upset watching a stranger get cheated, even if you gain nothing from stepping in. For years, scientists believed only humans had this deeper sense of fairness. Now here's why this matters more than you'd guess. You feel unfairness every single day. Someone cuts you in line. A coworker gets credit for your work. Your sibling got the bigger slice of cake when you were a kid. That burn you feel. Scientists have a name for it. It's called inequity aversion, which just means you hate it when things aren't equal. For a long time, people believed this feeling was uniquely human, something only we could feel because only we understand right and wrong. That monkey throwing the cucumber, she's not so different from you, slamming a door after being treated unfairly at work. But wait, there's something nobody talks about. As amazing as these behaviors are, scientists are careful not to overstate them. Animals reacting badly to unequal treatment doesn't necessarily mean they understand abstract justice the way you might discuss it in a courtroom or a philosophy class. A monkey refusing cucumber might just feel simple disappointment, not a belief that this is morally wrong. Researchers use the word proto-fairness for this, which means an early, basic version of the full human idea. It's less like a fully built house, and more like the foundation stones underneath it. Evidence suggests animals feel the emotional root of fairness, frustration, distress, favoritism detection. But building actual laws, trials, punishments, and moral arguments, that part still seems uniquely human. So the real answer isn't yes or no. It's something far more interesting than that. Here's what this actually means for you. You are not the only creature on this planet who feels the sting of unfairness. That feeling connects you to monkeys throwing food, dogs refusing to shake, rats freeing their trapped neighbors, even crows holding on to memories for years. Fairness, it turns out, isn't just a rule written in a law book. It's something older, something built into living things that need each other to survive. And once you understand that, you'll never look at animals the same way again. That dog waiting by the door isn't just loyal. That crow watching you from a wire isn't just a bird. They might be feeling something startlingly close to what you feel when life simply isn't fair. So the next time something feels unfair, someone gets credit you deserve, someone gets more for doing less, remember what you now know. That feeling isn't weakness. It isn't overreacting. It might be one of the oldest instincts shared across the animal kingdom, a signal built by evolution itself to protect cooperation and connection. You're not just human when you feel that sting. You're part of something much bigger, something ancient. And honestly, that monkey with the cucumber, she gets it too. If this made you see animals differently, subscribe, because next time, we're asking an even stranger question. Do animals dream? And if they do, what are they dreaming about? I'll see you next time.